And hello and welcome back. And on a bit more positive note, I thought it would be good to cover the development of the Malagasy Air Force Reserves since the early 2000s. I do need to do a video on their aircraft that ran from the 60s to the 2000s, and I'll do that separately. I've been going through boxes in the loft and I keep finding things. Literally keep finding builds that I've half finished, so I've just decaled these. Now, it's good to talk about the evolution of the Air Force Reserve. So the Air Force Reserve is responsible for protecting Malagasy home skies predominantly, but they do have a secondary offensive role supporting the active forces. What this means is it means that the active forces can concentrate on offensive air power deployments, expeditionary deployments, whilst the home nation is safe and secure. Now, at the start of the 2000s, they were flying the F-5E Tiger II. This is an Italeri kit. This is actually a late model from Italeri, even though it does have raised panel lines. It does have the aerodynamic improvements to leading edge root extension and the flattened nose. It does have a refueling probe fitted, which I borrowed off a Hobby Boss version. The Hobby Boss model's the earlier one, and the ANLQ131 jamming pod. It's also carrying a British £1,000 bomb set up in an air-to-ground roll, and this is a B from the Blobbies. So the Air Force Reserve tend to have movie film stars as their squadron identifiers. So B Blobby from the Blobbies. It's got two AIM-9L Lima sidewinders, all aspect or mic models upgraded, and it's got a French countermeasures chaff and flare pod on there. Now the late model does have sort of radar warning and stuff like that on the front and on the back, but otherwise a basic, simple, easy to operate, easy to fly, cost-effective jet, which made a budget lady very happy. Then, as the Air Force started to receive the Gripens in the active frontline squadrons, they received the F-20 Tiger Shark, of which a decal appears to be escaping. So this is from the Elbers, Idris Elba themed squadron, and this is a V for Veronica. And here she is again with two AIM-9 mics, two AIM-120 AMRAAM C models, and 3 fuel tanks for the air defence role. The Tiger Shark was a quantum leap in performance, and these are still in service today, but they are being upgraded to the new Super Tiger Shark model, the Echo model, which I have here. So the main changes, as you can see, if I place them together, is the ball pods, which are from Hasagari weapons set, extended wingtip fairings, again improving aerodynamics, the ability to carry even more AIM-120s, ASRAMs on the wingtips, a much better missile, infrared search track here, that's a brimstone missile cut up, and they're painted in the tritone scheme, which for some reason is called the Israeli scheme. I'm not really sure why. And they have the sniper pod, giving them a good air-to-ground and target identification ability. So only one cannon now. ECM electronics upgraded again internally to be the same standard as the Gripen. And these are the E model, which is being rolled out and replacing these late C models. So you're starting to see them filter through, and the Elbers will be getting these shortly. I've got another Tiger Shark to build, and the Blobbies have handed those over. So these are going to be displayed and have been displayed at petrol stations as sort of public displays of support for the armed service. So if you go to a petrol station in Whif, Malagasy land, you're likely to see an old airframe. Some are kept in flying condition and used as aggressors. So the F-5 is still used There are still a few around. They are so economical, easy to fly and easy to operate that they just can't bring themselves to get rid of them completely, so there are still some flying. And like I said, the E model is being rolled out, and in 2024 the E's will replace all of the C's. If you want to see a video on the Gulf War C's, go back in my channel history and have a look, and I'll fix that decal. Take care.